Hey, this is Northwoods Adventures with Jim, and I am Jim. Um, this series of videos and this, I guess you say, channel is for the purpose of people who don't know about hunting, want to get into hunting, want more, know more about hunting and fishing, um, and life here in the Great North. Um, I started this video or these videos a long time ago. Um, when my wife was sick, she had to go on dialysis, and I made a bow from a stave of wood for a friend, and people started liking the videos. So um, I started making them again. I was just doing it on Facebook, and we got into where we're at now. But anyway, I originally grew up in Illinois, and I've lived all over the country, and I'll get to that in a minute. But there's not a lot of information about hunting in Illinois, and there's not a lot of resources. It's very hunting can be very intimidating. Now a lot of people hunt like, what do you mean? Well, they grew up hunting. Okay, this is directed towards people like me who grew up, wanted to do it. There was no information. My family didn't hunt. Something I really wanted to do. Just my personality of wanting to explore and do things. So the next thing is, who the hell am I to tell you about any of these things? Well, first, let me back up a second. So this series of videos is going to be everything from shooting, gun handling, bows, arrows, fly fishing. Probably play some tunes on the guitar for you. But it's going to be a little bit of everything. It's like I said, it's not just hunting. It's life up here in the north. Life up here is much different. I'd been up here, and I always said I was going to retire up here, and I got to that point, unfortunately, through tragic events. But here I am retired and doing this, living the lifestyle. And when I say I live the lifestyle, I'm just hunt once in a while. And it's so funny when like I said, when I hear somebody from Illinois, oh yeah, my neighbor hunts, and yeah, you love him. He's all into that. And I'll meet the person. Yeah, I went hunting like 15 years ago. A guy took me, and it's like, they have no idea what they're talking about. The purpose of the video isn't to belittle, even though I'll make jokes about for me. It's not to belittle people who don't know these things, but it's to put the real information out there and save you a lot of money. And by saving you money, I don't mean endorsing products. It's quite the opposite. Shit you don't need. But anyway, it's back to my qualifications. You throw a rock, you'll hit a gun expert. Most of them don't know anything, or hunting or whatever. I run into these people literally on a daily basis on some of the, I guess, sites and stuff. But anyway, my qualifications. Keep getting around it, huh? Anyway, I was in the military for several years. Airborne school, graduated sniper school twice. I was a scout sniper. I was the youngest non-commissioned officer in the 2nd Infantry Division. Was NCO by the time I was 21. Started work for the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Department of Justice, became a special investigative agent, was on tactical teams, the whole gamut. And I used to move every 2 years with my job. So everywhere from Texas to Seattle, from California to Pennsylvania, and everywhere in between. I've lived in Wisconsin twice, Minnesota once, Illinois 3 or 4 times, you name it. But the upside of that was I really got exposed to a lot of different kinds of hunting, different things. I started bow hunting in Pennsylvania and fly fishing in Pennsylvania. I tie flies. I began to make bows. I was very good friends with the owner of Three Rivers Archery, Dale Karch, and he actually offered me to take over Tomahawk bows, which he owned and he made the bows. But I was into making bows, and he asked me if I wanted to make bows for Three Rivers Archery, and wife said, hell no. So that's where we're at with that. But I have a lot of knowledge I like to pass on. I hope people subscribe. I hope people like the videos I put out. Everybody seemed to like the Jack Appleton bow, which I made for Jack Appleton. But I literally made it into a parking lot. The part I didn't tell you is I made it in the parking lot of this dialysis clinic. Every other day I would work on this bow, and I actually attracted a large audience of homeless people. So they would come watch me make the bow. So that's about it. Like I said, this is just the introduction. But, there's, like I said, hunting can be very intimidating, especially depending on the state you live. Because in some states, like when I was in Washington, the laws are very complicated. I mean, literally, they probably should have college courses on hunting, and not how to hunt, just how to navigate the regulations and how to get tags. And it can be very intimidating. But hopefully we'll guide you through that. I'd say the first step is go to your local sporting goods store or Walmart even. They usually have the hunting and fishing rule books. But like I said, depending on what state you're in, that could end up being like a telephone book. It get very complicated, especially like salmon fishing in the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of regulations. But we'll do a part 2 of this. That what is hunting, basically. What is fish? Obviously you know what hunting is, but really what the ins and outs and what's about why we hunt. A lot of people don't understand why we hunt. And there's, especially on Facebook, I see a lot of these, anti-trophy hunting things, and it's misguided in what hunting's about. It's not, I'll tell some funny stories too of anti-hunters I've run into and some of their beliefs of what goes on. And it's quite interesting. But anyway, like I said, this is directed mostly from people from Illinois, because they do not have, literally, I've run into ones who can't grasp the concept of public land. Well, you can't just go, yes, you can. They don't have much public land in Illinois. You got a tiny little piece in the very southern tip of Illinois, and it's pretty sorry. But anyway, that's about it for the first introduction. Next one will be what is hunting. Now, I do have videos throughout this channel on different things. A lot of them right now on there are bow hunting, but there'll be a lot more. So enjoy.